I genuinely need you to understand that this is one of the fucking hardest games to enjoy that I have ever fucking played. Why do you have to make everything so fucking infuriating? Like, I fucking get it. Just fucking destroy it all. Like, and I genuinely mean that. Like, I fucking talk shit about everything all the time because it's a way to it's a way to vent stress by just fucking exaggerating it. This game is so fucking hard to enjoy. Constantly with this shit where I get killed. And it's just then forth. You're helpless, but to die like 50 more fucking times just to get your fucking shit back. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's unfair. Unfun. Like, there's nothing you can do about it to a point. You just have to fucking deal with it. It's not fun. It's not punishing. It's not because I made a mistake or that I have a lack of skill. It's just that I fucked up one time. One time. And now I have to proceed to fix this mistake over the course of like 30 plus fucking minutes of just running somewhere where I just fucking die. Because there's nothing I can do while I'm on the way. If anything aggroes, I just have to hope I outrun it. Which I very rarely can. Because things just stay chasing you for fucking ever. It's so annoying. There's nothing to enjoy about it. Like, I'm so overwhelmingly angry. I can't even, like, come up with something to compare it to. Sorry, that was my bad. How could I be so fucking stupid? Cause, you know, obviously it's my, like, and then they have to have this fucking dramatic ass fucking fade out. Like I need to fucking let it sink in any fucking more. And this, every time, if you die fucking inches from your bed, you still have to go into a loading screen. What the fuck is with that? Can we fucking talk about that for a second? Like, is there any part of this game that isn't just so fucking stupid? Like, and all of my stamina shit is with my body as well, because that's where all my fucking gear is. Because that's how it fucking works. There's no reason to make extra stuff. So in these instances, you are just fucked. Like, and now I just have to fucking steal shitloads of fucking stamina items just to fucking get there and die again so that I could use more stamina items. Like, in Elden Ring, or I should talk about Neo because I know that game better, but, you know, in fucking Neo, if you're in a track of dying, it's because you fucking suck at the game, right? Or you're fighting something that you don't need to fight, or you don't have the equipment to be fighting. And yet, like, at every turn of this game, every time you're in the zone you're supposed to be to progress, it feels like you're under-equipped for it. And it's purposefully designed to be that way, but it feels like, you know, going from the fucking swamp to the mountains, like, you have me go through all this shit to get iron so that I can fucking immediately replace it with silver? And even then, while I'm getting the silver, the iron is fucking useless there? Why fucking bother with iron in the first place if it's not even really good enough to be going into the area I'm supposed to be going? Like, I understand that I need to be getting better shit after finishing the zone and everything, but, like, how did I aggro you? I'm on the fucking coast, not doing anything. Like, and this is where how the game is designed with doing that is it's done so poorly. Because in these instances, I'm so under-equipped that everything is just 100% lethal. Because you don't have any armor points, everything does their, like, regular damage. Those death skeetos do, like, 140 damage in one sting for no fucking reason other than to just fuck the guy who doesn't have any armor. I get it so you can't just run in the zone and, you know, go get black metal the first thing you do, but there's other ways you can do that without making it fucking infuriating if you die. Like, in this instance where I bring more shit out here, accentuates the problem of, like, you know, it's already a dumb idea to make more shit because there's no reason to make extra stuff. So then, even if you do have it, then you eventually just run into this problem where you're collecting grave after grave and getting more shit that you don't have the inventory space for. And there's no way to get more inventory space. You just have to fucking die. He only did 40. I guess maybe it was like a fucking Deathskeeto Plus or something. Or Star or whatever the fuck. Like, fuck off! You made your fucking point. This shit is ridiculous. Like, there are games where... That's unfair. Why... Can I fucking pick things up, please? Thank you. Like, it goes from being so relaxed and so in its own, like, you know, you can turn your brain off and just build stuff, and then you just have these instances where, like, it feels like you're playing, like, fucking Elden Ring New Game Triple Plus on fucking, or like playing Doom for the first time on Ultra Nightmare, playing Diablo on like the fucking Darkness Triple Plus, like shit where it's like, it feels, this was my problem with Elden Ring. I constantly felt like I was in places where I wasn't supposed to be yet, and then I would just, like, I never felt like I was where I was supposed to be because everything killed me so easily that even with, like, all of the upgrades and, you know, I have, like, the best gear available to me right now, and yet I feel so fragile, and I feel so under-equipped still. You know, I'm why do you have to make it so that you can just not even but just why make it so that you can lose your equipment and have it locked away from you for why, with the fucking aggro range being 5,000 yards away? It's just, it's so frustrating for the sake of being frustrating. It's not like Left 4 Dead that kills you for being a fucking idiot and not playing the game right. Like, it feels like I'm being punished for exploring, or, you know, it like, and I don't understand that either. Why do some things detect you from so far away, and other things you can get right in front of and they don't fucking see you? How do you make such a confusing fucking detection system? Why do you make starred enemies so common and so much more powerful than the rest when they can spawn in areas you're supposed to be progressing in, so you can be stuck in an instance where the only fucking way forward is ruined because there's an enemy that, you know, would make someone 2 zones from now scared? Like, and I get it. It's an early access game. It's not 100% finished, and I'm sure this will be something that they, at least I'm not sure of, but I really sincerely hope that the developers come back to, like, look at this kind of stuff so that they can make it less frustrating. You know, make it not even so that it's less punishing, but like make it so that like a fucking mercy rule or something. Like, I'm still so fucking worked up. I can't really like offer any suggestions, but like, okay. Like, do you see what I mean, though? Like, why did I bother getting all this armor for me to just still be so... Sorry, I guess I was supposed to know that that enemy was there. Because clearly that was my fault for not playing your game right. Like, and death is punishing enough. Why also lower my skills? That seems like such a... just... It's insult to injury. Why bother at that point? And like, why do you still have the cooldown for abilities when you respawn? Because you can still, if you die, you lose the effect anyways. Why would you keep the cooldown if you lose the ability also? I get there has to be a give and take to it, because then you could just, you know, if you're building, you can just continually die to always have the tree felling buff. But, like, so? They're getting wood and resources. You don't actually really need a whole lot to progress. So it's not like it's not like you're gating how slow we're progressing. Sure, there's the one that makes you more resilient to damage, but also, boo fucking who? The only time that does anything is when you're fighting things. And you're not really fucking... I was intending to see if I could find wood to build a hammer, because the main reason this problem stemmed from, the main reason this problem happened is because I teleported somewhere only to find there was like 4 or 5 growths immediately on the teleporter, which, you know, with pretty much already having like all my health foods eaten and everything, and like all my health, they almost one-shot me and then pick me off later because there's so many of them and they already keep up with you decently fast if you don't have a lot of stamina, and slow you and poison you even through the shield. So like, and they destroyed the portal is what happened. So now I have to go to the nearest one, which, you know, excuse me for not having a portal every 5 feet in case they break a portal and I have to go fucking compensate for that. But why should I have to build an outpost every 2 feet to house a teleporter so that they can fucking do this shit? Like, excuse me for trying to take advantage of the convenience, I guess. How dare I? He's gonna fucking kill me. Like, and why do you have to make things so persistent? Why do you not have a system that allows some of these creatures to fucking realize you're running away from them, that you don't want to fight? Like, what do you want from me? Like, you can see I'm using expensive resources, some resources I'm not even supposed to have access to yet. And it's not enough, because your game is designed to just fuck people for no reason. I don't understand. Because, like, in Neo, the difficulty of dying is frustrating. But it's intentional. It's because of an issue that you can overcome and that you can fix by getting better at the game. You know, you die because you missed the timing of a block or a dodge. Great. That is a direct issue of me not having the skill or me making a mistake. And then I can go back and try again. And it gives me all of my tools back. Could you imagine if you had to play Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but if you died, all of your shit also dropped on your souls? And you had to go get them back. All your runes, all your equipment, your swords, your armor, all of that you had on you also dropped where your body is? Could you fucking imagine that? That's ridiculous. For a game that's already challenging in areas where you're supposed to be doing combat, it's an absurd addition. It's done for no reason. No reason but to make your game unfun. Why do you make things spawn so often that I can't just fucking get to where I need to be? Like, if I can't have any staying power when I'm going through here, why do you also have to make it so that I can barely just run right through it? Why do you have to make such a perfectly crafted lose-lose situation where there's nothing to do? Why do you have to take away all of my tools? Why not make it so there's a system like with teleporting? You can't teleport certain things. Why not, when you die, you only lose certain things? That would be amazing. Imagine if you only kept, like, your equipment, your sword, and your fucking armor. That would be wonderful. That would fix this entire fucking issue. Because then I would have the staying power to come back. I wouldn't have to recklessly just sprint through it, where I can still just get killed for no fault of my own. And obviously it still has the punishment of losing your shit. Like... if you can't refresh my ability cooldown when I die, could you at least make it so that I get a fucking kickback for it? So that in this instance, if you're not going to change anything else, I can at least fucking... You know what makes this worse too? Is that every zone has only perpetuated and exponentially worsened this issue. It sucked to lose your shit to a troll in the Black Forest. Once you got past that, it felt even worse to lose your shit in the fucking swamp. And it felt even worse to lose your shit in the mountains. It feels worse to lose my shit in the plains. And it's only going to feel worse when I lose my shit in the Mistlands. And it's only going to hurt worse when I die in the zone after that. This problem perpetuates and worsens exponentially every time. And with no reason, or rather, no tools to compensate for it. It's just... It's not fun. It's not... Like, in all these extra deaths, it's not because I made a mistake or anything. It's because I literally can't fight these things. They one-shot me. They one-shot me, and I can only outrun... Like, once he aggroes, he stays with me forever until I kill him. Why would you make it that way? Again, I realize you need something to make it so that you can't just sprint through a zone to progress too early. I understand that. But you need to create a better system that doesn't make it so that you're just in this instance where there's nothing you can do but just die endlessly, one after the other, with nothing to be done about it. Nothing at all. There's no fault of my own. It's not because I'm not able to fight things, or it's not because I as a player am not competent enough to fight things. It's because you literally take away my equipment from me. You take away my tools to be able to fight when you so clearly design it so that you have to have certain things to be able to make it in an area. And fuck you with your "the gods are merciful." No, they're fucking not. Not in Norse mythology, and not in this fucking game. You are not a This is, in fact, this is malicious. This is "the gods are malicious." The gods are merciful is they give me my fucking shit back. I find I would actually compare this to Grand Theft Auto Online, because I did play that recently again. And I very quickly stopped playing because it was an awful experience. just like Red Dead Online, the Rockstar online game experience is miserable. Unless you've been playing since launch day, I guess. There's no way to make money. No convenient or fast way to make money anyways. So, you're just... There's nothing to do, either. You run around a sandbox where nothing happens. To do... You know, to make, like, $2,000. You know, which, at that rate, you could maybe buy a pistol in, like, 2 hours of hardcore grinding. Why? And even if I'm just chilling, if I'm just having a good time in the sandbox, you know, driving around or something, you know, some fucking asshole can just come by and kill you for fun, because fuck you. And they're actively encouraged to do so. They get rewards for doing it. So, you know, you're just discouraged from playing it, because there's nothing you can do about them. They have vehicles that are entirely bulletproof, that have a fucking 8-pixel gap for you to be able to even hit them through. And they're better equipped than you. Their vehicles are just better. And you just die. And you just have to hope that they just kill you once and be done with it. Or they just kill you twice and be done with it. Or 8 times and be done with it. You're at their mercy. It feels exactly the same as this. Like, I'm just going around trying to do my own thing, minding my own fucking business, and having a good time doing it. Just to have it ruined. For no reason. Because someone hit me that I had no business seeing. Or someone fucking... You know, like... It constantly feels like my deaths are out of my control. You know, in Elden Ring, you learn the fight, and you know everything they can do at you. And at that point, you know, even though you don't like to admit it, you know, all of the deaths are ultimately your fault. You did the wrong animation at the wrong time. You should have dodged instead of swing. You should have swung instead of dodge. You know? It ultimately circles back to being your fault, right? This doesn't. This feels... This feels like I'm dying regardless of what I'm doing. I could be doing anything, and it would be the same result. And it's not even like I can just stop doing this. Like, I can't just go do a different aspect of the game, because I have to go get my shit back. Unless I want to go and redo previous zones when my equipment is just there to be just grabbed. It's just there waiting for me to get back. So... Fucking what? It's not an issue of negligence, even though you could say that because, oh, maybe you didn't eat the right foods when you should have. There's not always a way to know what you've eaten, and unless you keep buckberries on you, or bukeberries, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, however you want to pronounce it, unless you keep those on you, and even then, there's a fairly lengthy animation of puking, and then also eating. unless you keep that on you at all times, you know, your health and your stamina are pretty balanced. And in certain areas, at least at this instance of the game, I have to be having full health items if I want to live. Or if I want to have any staying power from getting hit. But also guess what? If I want to actually be able to do anything and survive, I also need to have Why? You have the corpse run ability. Why do you give that to me only when I get to a grave? Why then? Why is it then that you give it to me? If I pick up anything, you make me open up a window and stop me dead in my fucking tracks. So it's not as if you want me to just run in and swoop my shit up and keep going. Because if I accidentally pick up anything, then you do that shit. Why do you not automatically throw everything that you can into my inventory now? Maybe even still open the inventory window. Why keep it all there? You know what's worse? Even though, right, ultimately, at the end of the day, instances like this are not the majority of the time that you spend in this game. The majority of it is the pleasant building. Because that takes some time. Because you have to do it piece by fucking piece, just like Minecraft. Buildings take forever to make if you want it to look good. That's not what you fucking remember. That's not what I remember anyways. I don't remember making a farm. I don't remember setting up my building. I don't remember the fucking experience of fighting anything. This is what I remember. The fucking 45 minutes I had to beat my head into a wall until my fucking skull cracked and my brain bled out of my fucking head. Just to fucking get my shit back so I could go back to playing the fucking game. Because this isn't playing the game. It's not. Because there's nothing for me to do. All of my shit is on that body. So, like, it's not as if I can just be like, okay, fine, I'll leave it there and I'll go get it later. Because that doesn't solve any problem and it doesn't do anything to help. And it only leaves me at a much previous point in the game. And with how you have everything scaled, like, I feel terrible that I'm going through my dad's entire fucking pantry, eating all of the expensive meat, because it's not even like I can just use lower quality stuff. Because I have to travel such a great distance, and I have to travel in such a dangerous zone. It's not like I can just grab some lower stuff and take my time through the zone, because if I so much as fucking accidentally breathe in the same fucking postal code as one of those fucking mosquitoes, it chases me forever, and it outruns me. Like, and even then, this is so pointless that you even get no skill drain. So it's not even going to be so cruel as to just drain all your skills to 0. Because that's where my skills would be by this point. Because of how many times I've died. What, in this one recording I started like halfway through this fucking process? Because I got raided halfway through, as if my fucking issues weren't great enough? And not only did I get raided, it was raided by fucking planes? You fucking serious? That's the other issue with, like, playing with servers. Why do you have to make it so that the entire world progresses in difficulty with you? Because unless you're a unanimous fucking unit as your server players, you just fuck the people that are behind. And it's not even as if, like, they could vaguely compete in the next zone. They can't. With... Like, I don't know what I can do. There is nothing for me to do. And he's just gonna destroy my entire forge. My entire fucking home is mangled. They could do something small as well. Like every boss that you kill, you get 5 health and 5 stamina to your maximum or your minimum pool. It doesn't fix a lot of problems. It doesn't necessarily fix this problem, but it helps. It gives you anything. One tool, as minuscule as it would be, it gives you one itty bitty tool that could help. Instances where you're a little bit more durable, so that a new player still can't go into the zone because they aren't as naturally durable as your character has become. It doesn't uproot anything else in the game. There's still use in the lower level items. In fact, I would say it would give you more of a reason to do it because you would have more innately that you don't have to worry about needing as much, needing to be eating higher quality foods all the time, just so you can fucking run from your yard to your fucking workshop. Why do you have to stay with so little stamina and so little health? Because it's not as if you can do anything with it. Like at this point, I'm not even taking. I've already used an absurd amount of food. And you know what? I'm going to die out there anyways. I wish this game had like a stats menu. See? Like this is literally a soft lock. I can't play the game. I cannot continue the game. Yeah. Why the fuck not? Why not? Like, there's no point in playing. It's congratulations. Game over. There's nothing I can do. My stuff is gone. It is where I cannot get it. You have made that abundantly clear. Well done. You win. Game over. I lost. I fucking get it.